How we doing, Miami Heat fans? It's your boy Ernest here, and I am back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Hope everybody had a beautiful weekend. Hope you guys are living good. You're happy. I'm doing great. Had a great weekend with my family. Got a lot of rest. Got a lot of recharge. I'm excited because we got a lot to talk about, you guys. So off we go on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. But before we get there, you guys, you know what I'm going to ask for. Take a minute, help your boy out. Smash the like button. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. We're close to 2K subscribers. You guys know I need your help. Now, this one's going to be a good one, you guys. We got a few topics to talk about. Didn't post any videos yesterday because it's Sunday. Sunday's family day. It's very rare you guys will see me post a video on Sunday. But a few things did happen yesterday that I wanted to talk about. Before I get to these topics, I want to mention something that I didn't talk about a couple days ago. Looks like, you guys, that it's possible that Damian Lillard is maybe pushing the Portland Trail Blazers to make this trade. Now, you got to look at all the subtle hint messages from Damian Lillard. The interview with Mark Spears. All these rumors that have been recently coming out. Now, it's been reported by Greg Sylvander that the Miami Heat and the Portland Trail Blazers are in progress of a trade talk, which is great. But Damian Lillard posted an Instagram story the other day of a picture calling him a future legend in Miami. Now, he quickly took down that post. That wasn't a mistake. That was a hint. He's not going to leave it on IG story the whole time. He's going to post it. He's going to delete it quickly so we could all do this. Talk about it. Genius. Genius. Because he can't come out and specifically say, trade me to Miami, because we know that the NBA made the ruling and they're implementing the rule that he'll be fined if he does that. James Harden was just fined $100,000 recently about lashing out against Daryl Morey. So Damian Lillard doesn't want to do that. We've talked about this before, you guys. Damian Lillard's a man. He's not a problem child like James Harden. He wants to push this trade, but he's doing it in subtle ways. So the Instagram IG story is one way that opened my eyes. Something else happened. When he posted that story, a few days later, Colorado was playing a college football game. We all know Deion Sanders, the new coach, doing great with the Colorado school. Deion Sanders, my favorite NFL football player of all time, prime time, boy, beast. Anyways, at the Colorado game was the Portland Trail Blazers head coach, Chauncey Billups, who was with Kyle Lowry, the Miami Heat's point guard, who's been linked and rumored to a possible trade with the Portland Trail Blazers all offseason. Now, guys, doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. This is just me putting all these dots in alignment and just seeing how all the stars are aligning with a trade for Damian Lillard. But the fact that Kyle Lowry is very close with the Portland Trail Blazers coach says something. Because we know that Kyle Lowry is the perfect candidate in this trade. We know that. I've talked about this for months. So the fact that we see Kyle Lowry and Chauncey Billups together now, during all these rumors, that's hot press. That's hot press, you guys, so we're definitely going to have to talk about it. Now, the fact that the Portland Trail Blazers and the Miami Heat are in talks about a trade, this is great news. And it's even been reported by other people. You had Woj on Friday talk about the fact that the Portland Trail Blazers are looking for a third possible team to make a deal for a veteran, which we all know is Tyler Hero. Duh. But Brian Windhorst was on a podcast today talking about this specific trade, saying that what the Portland Blazers want right now is for the Miami Heat to basically scrounge up all their assets to give them the absolute best offer. We've been talking about this for months now. We know that's the case. But just like Brian Windhorst said, just like Zach Lowe said, just like Woj said, just like Shanza said, like Ira Winderman, like every single person has said and knows, this trade is a game of chicken. Portland wants it all. Miami feels like they don't have to give it all. And it's just a game of chicken to see who strikes first. That's it. Now, I give Portland a lot of credit. I called Joe Cronin certain few things over this last few months, but one thing I will not call him is stupid, because he has not pushed this trade quickly. He's taken his time. He's trying to get all the best assets. Basically, he don't want to get fired. I get it. When you're trading a player like Damian Lillard, which we've talked about a lot in the past, you're trading for somebody who's going to be making $60 million when he's 35 and 36 years old. $60 million each year. That's tough. Also, to trade him to a team where he may not possibly show up to training camp or may possibly request a trade from again, it's very difficult for another team to put in all their chips for a guy that doesn't want to be there. We talked about this. We know that the Miami is the best fit for Damian Lillard. It's all about when this trade happens. Now, you hear Brian Windhorst saying things. You hear Woj saying things. You hear Sean saying things. You hear all these people saying things about how Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers are now talking. All this stuff tells me what Windhorst has said, what Woj has said. Honestly, I can wipe my ass with what everybody says because it doesn't matter. The only sign that I'm looking at, you guys, the only positive thing that I'm looking at, and the only thing that I can be 100% certain from what everyone reporting is, whether it's bullshit or whether it's true, one thing that I can confirm to all of you Miami Heat Talk members is that the Miami Heat and the Portland Trail Blazers are talking. They're talking. And that's the point. The fact that they're talking about a possible trade now, that's all we want. Because you give me any general manager, any team, you tell me anybody in this market, and I will always put Pat Riley and Andy Ellisberg first over any team in the NBA. So if you're asking me what are the chances that Pat Riley and Andy Ellisberg get this job done, I would have told you the real chance they need is to just get in the door. If you get Pat Riley and Andy Ellisberg in the door, they'll get this deal done. So that's what we're all waiting for. We're all waiting. Every day you look at Hoops Hype, you look at Twitter or X, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You look at all these outlets and you're trying to see when is this deal going to get done. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I am very confident not only that this trade happens, but I am confident that it happens before training camp. Now look, it may not happen. This may be the whole Brooklyn Nets and Phoenix Suns situation. Portland may want what Phoenix got, where Phoenix gave for Kevin Durant. Portland may want what Brooklyn got in the Kevin Durant deal, but they know that's not happening. Because here's the difference, you guys, and I'll be super honest. Kevin Durant had an open market. He did. He had an open market. He had multiple teams interested in trading for him. Phoenix was at the top of the list. If you didn't see my video 2 days ago, watch it. I gave you guys the real story between Joe Cronin and Damian Lillard. Whether you think it's BS, whether you don't like certain things, it doesn't matter. I gave you guys the big rundown between Damian Lillard and Joe Cronin. I broke this all down and I was very direct. There was not a market for Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard did tell Joe Cronin that he was interested in more than one team. Joe Cronin decided to not meet Damian Lillard's wishes. So Damian Lillard said, fuck you, send me to Miami. Basically. That's pretty much what happened, you guys. Sorry for the language, but it's just the facts. So that's where we're at right now. Because Damian Lillard gave Portland a list and said, send me to one of these four teams, but he wants to go to Miami. And the fact that Joe Cronin's not working with him, fine. This is how you want to play it. This is what we're going to do. Send me to Miami. Send me to Miami. I don't care what you get. I don't care what's your best offer. Send me to Miami. And here we are. I'm really confident the trade is going to happen, you guys, before training camp. I commend Joe Cronin and the Portland Trail Blazers for not being scared and just giving up to the first offer and taking the time. But the time is now. The time to make the deal is now. I understand that Portland wants all of Miami's assets. But understand that it's very different than the Kevin Durant trade because Kevin Durant had an open market last season. There was multiple teams asking for him. And in this situation with Damian Lillard, the fact that Aaron Goodwin, his agent, come out and specifically stated that he only wants to play for Miami, that he doesn't want to report for another team, right there killed the momentum of Damian Lillard's value. We know it. Damian Lillard said, okay, Joe, this is what you want to do. You don't want to meet my request? Fine. I'm going to make this process so tough for you. And that's why it has been. Joe Cronin was sitting down and waiting for all the offers to roll in, and it didn't. So now he either accepts Miami's offer or he goes into training camp with Damian Lillard. And as we've been seeing lately, Damian can make this process a whole hell out of a worse. So I want to hear from you guys. Do you think the whole IG story, the fact that Chauncey Billups and Kyle Lowry were together, what Greg Solander said about the Miami Heat and Portland Trail Blazers trading talks, do you think any of this is an inclination of the trade that may happen soon, or do you think it's just all nonsense? None of it means anything. I don't think so. I think probably the only thing that I said it doesn't have any merit is the whole Chauncey Billups and Kyle Lowry being together. It's probably the only thing. But everything else, man, it's all falling aligned together. So take a moment, you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to smash the like button and click that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell to get all my updates. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. Until next time, your boy Ernest out. That's enough said. Let's go, Heat.